Well, thank you very much for talking with me. You're here visiting from Canada, and you've been here for a month, and you're here in the cold, coming out to see President Carter. Why is that important to you?
Well, I think President Carter was a man of great integrity. I really admired his work both in the White House and then particularly after the White House, and his Christian attitude toward life and all that he gave to the country and to many people throughout the world. And so I think that was very important, and so I want to honor his memory.
You want to pay your last respects to him.
Yes.
Will you be here? I know it's cold, and because you won't be able to get to the Capitol today because it's closed off.
Right.
Will you be back tomorrow or on Wednesday?
I hope to come back. I'll just have to see what's possible, but I'd like to go to the Rotunda and pay my respects.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you don't mind me asking you, yesterday there was a event here at the Capitol yesterday where the electoral vote was certified by Vice President Kamala Harris.
Right.
And you just talk about President Carter's contribution and legacy to the world. One of the things that he championed was democracy around the world. He was one of the observers of elections in other countries.
Yeah.
So given that 4 years ago, what happened in this area 4 years ago, and juxtapose that to what happened yesterday, could you share your view as a neighbor, as a democracy country, a close ally of the U.S.? Are you proud about what happened yesterday?
Well, I am proud that there was a peaceful transition of power, and I am hopeful that people will do their best for the good of all. Okay, I'm going to have to go.
Okay, one question, I will work with you as we go in. Your Prime Minister Trudeau, announced his resignation yesterday. Were you surprised?
No, not at all.
You were not surprised?
Well, it's been rumored for a long time that it was coming. So hopefully Canada is up for a good change, and that it will be a peaceful transition of power as well.
Okay, do you think he has his contribution? What do you think his legacy will be?
I think that's going to remain to be seen. I think there's some, I think it'll remain to be seen.
Okay, thank you very much for talking with me, and I hope you keep warm in this weather.
Hey, I'm from Canada. This is warm.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
God bless you.
I'm here up on Capitol Hill, where you can see some of the army guard, the position walking up, preparing for. They were just here while I was doing interview, so they're going. You can see. You're going up the hill. You can see the preparation for President Jimmy Carter arrival has begun, and the Navy that you guys saw earlier on just walk all the way up to the end, and I'm going to try to see if I can do that. And now is another group that is coming too, and you can see where we have a group of people began to gather. I've talked to people, so this street, Constitution Street, will be all lined up with well wishers from around the country that in some way have come to pay their last respect to the president, the 39th president of the United States.
My mother-in-law was a big fan of Jimmy Carter's back in the day, and actually she went and saw him at Habitat for Humanity sites to tell him how much she loved him. So it was crazy.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're wearing it today. Are you in DC, or have you traveled from other parts from New Jersey?
Yes.
So you came just to pay your last respect to it. Talk to me about what it means to you, President Carter.
I'd rather not. I've talked enough. Thank you.
Thank you. You're here waiting, like all the other people that are in the crowd, to pay your last respect to President Carter. You came all the way from Florida.
Well, I was here visiting my daughter who lives in Capitol Hill.
Okay.
So we were already here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it just happened to be an opportunity for you to do this.
Exactly.
I mean, it's cold. I mean,
It's very cold, especially from Florida.
Yeah, it's totally different from Florida. Yeah. But talk to me about why this is important for you to be here today.
I think it's historical to any time a former president is being honored in death. And that opportunity doesn't come very often, so to be here, I couldn't imagine staying home and not braving the elements to come and witness this. But I will tell you a story. So I didn't have the opportunity to vote for President Carter because I was too young. But probably, gosh, it might have been 30 years ago, I was on a plane traveling overseas, and he was on that plane, and he went through the entire jet and shook everyone's hand on the plane. And I've read since his past that is just something he did, but it was very impressive. His kindness was very impressive.
And it's something that we do, given the political climate, not just in the U.S., around the world right now, that's something that is very, very rare.
Yeah, and it's something that I respect, that you don't see so much anymore.
That you don't see so much anymore. Right. You said you were too young during that period to vote. This event today is laid in state on the Capitol also come just a day where the Electoral College vote from the 2024 election was certified yesterday. We remember 4 years ago how this area was, and today we look around, it's so peaceful. Even yesterday was very peaceful. You've been here. So talk to me of what that means. I mean, President Carter, part of his legacy was promoting democracy around the world, and you just talk about his kindness, his decency to people. The political climate that we have, not just in the U.S., around the world right now. To after event yesterday, what is your view of what took place here yesterday?
Well, in comparison to the 4 years before, which personally it was very offensive to me, because I had previously been into the Capitol, and to me it's a very revered place, and yes, it was the way it should have been, the peaceful transfer of power. That's the way it should have been. And it wasn't 4 years previous. So since I'm up here all the time, after that, I see these barriers. And, to be in the neighborhood, the barriers are up and changing, and that climate has changed. So if I think of somebody like President Carter, I think of a man of integrity and following the rule of law, not just because it's law, but because it's in him. And that's very respectful, and it should be respected on a day like this.
And that's what you want the incoming administration also to do, to respect the law, to respect the Constitution.
Yes, that's exactly what I would like for them to do. We shall see. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. I mean, just like you, people have been coming in, gathering here to pay their last respect. So thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank
and we all do whatever we can do to keep warm here.
Yes, we will.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. You can see down from there, from where we came in, people have been gathering. You see a group of kids playing with snowball while they wait for President Carter motorcade to arrive. And when we arrived, there wasn't a lot of people. It was just the Navy and the police were just getting ready, preparing to line up. And now see a group of people have come here to pay their respects to President Carter. We've talked to some of them. Some people have traveled as far as Canada, from New Jersey, from Florida, from all over the country, essentially, just here to pay their respect. Hi, are you here for President Carter?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am. My name is Diana Heflin Baker, and I own all of Washington, D.C. You have a great day.
Hi, can you talk to me?
How's it going?
Good. You're here to pay your last respect to President Carter?
Yes, we are.
Okay, you're here with your friends?
Yep.
Okay, what do you know about him?
Not too much. I know that he was 100 years old when he died.
Oh, he was 100 years old when he died.
That's just about it.
Oh, that's about it.
Yeah.
But is the 39th president of the United States.
Yes.
Okay. And regarding, do you know anything about his contribution to?
No, I don't.
So what brought you here?
They were going.
Huh?
They were going.
Oh, they were your friends were going?
Yeah, I'm tagging along.
And you just tag along.
Exactly.
Well, this is an opportunity. This is an historic moment, and it's also an opportunity for you to learn more about American history and your civil, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So your friend said he's tagging along with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell me what brought you here today?
We saw it on the news, so we thought we'd head down.
Okay. So do you know anything about the president?
I don't know much about this one.
I was a huge Jimmy Carter fan.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
Oh boy. Well, I wasn't alive when he was president, but my mom was.
Your mom? Okay.
Yeah, and we always kind of followed him and
His activities around.
Yeah, his activities.
Okay. So when you brought your friends here, so you will have to school them about the history that you know, because it doesn't seem like the two of them know anything about which is very, very sad. given that you are the young generation and given that President Carter is such an educator as well, regarding history, regarding participation in democracy. So I hope this will be the beginning of your history lesson. Okay,
Sure, definitely.
yeah. I'm talking about the two of them. Your mom has already introduced you. So when you think of him, his contribution to America, what comes to mind?
His charity work, his work with Habitat for Humanity. He worked with people in poverty for his whole life, before, during, and after his presidency. So that's really why I admire him so much.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why? You said that's the reason why you. What is the connection there for you?
I'm not sure. I just always
I mean, like giving that, like not everyone give back to their community or help disadvantaged people the way he has done, and you connected with that. I'm just asking.
I don't know. I spent a lot of time around people who are more disadvantaged. So just like being able to see them prosper from work and work like the work that he has done is kind of powerful.
So it means a lot that someone of his position is able to see the humanity in other people. That's essentially what you're saying.
Yes.
That his position, America. I mean, being as the leader of the world and still being able to see people that were less fortunate than him and treat them with the same dignity
Exactly.
that he will give to head of state.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, keep warm.
Thank
And
you.
I hope if I see you again that you will have something more to say about the former president. And I hope you learn from her too. Okay, stay warm. Thank you. Okay. Just heard the people that we just talked to, the young civil. And right here, as you guys have seen, President Carter motorcade, we are seeing more people gathered here, and his motorcade will come all the way here, and that's the Capitol right there, and you see the American flag at half staff right here. We're not sure whether that's Marine One or the helicopter. I think that's the DC helicopter just flying. Thank you for talking with me. I know it's cold. You guys are here for President Carter's event. What does he mean to you guys?
Well, he was just a man of great integrity, and as I was reading the editorials and obituaries after his death, I realized how much of a role model he'd been for me. His example of integrity and always trying to do the right thing. Just always admired him.
I built houses with him in Habitat for Humanity in Detroit about 20 years ago, and we named our son Shelby Carter. So
After
His son's middle name is Carter.
his middle name is Carter.
So he has inspired you. Were you able to vote for him? Well,
No, I was
No.
too young.
you were too young.
Yeah, my first presidential election was '84, so the year after the election after he lost.
Oh, okay. So I mean, like we're seeing more people that gathered here today. We know yesterday the election and an historic event also took place on the Capitol yesterday. Given that 4 years ago it was a different story. And President Carter, when he was asked in September preparing for his 100th birthday, he said he's holding on to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. So this is very historic between we are in the transition from the old administration to a new incoming administration. The political climate, what will you like, not just the incoming administration, but Americans as well as the rest of the world, to take from President Carter example? As you said, he has inspired you.
Kindness above everything, and love for your fellow man, treating people with dignity, and understanding that your neighbor is going through something that you might need to help them with. Humility. I mean, you could go on. Yeah, he has integrity. He believes in his family. He has a strong faith. He's an exemplar for being kind and true to people and really caring about people. And I think that we miss that right now. And I'm hoping that his passing marks the fact that we all have to pick up the torch and do that without him here.
He lived a life of service.
Yeah.
And it was a service for everyone. He wanted to be a president for everyone, and he lived a life of service. It was, he tried to do the best by our ideals.
And you hope, as your wife said, like it is a great example for everyone. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Perfect time. Perfect.
The position ceremony began. You can see further down. It's right here coming down.
I work at 5 p.m. guys.
You can hear the music.
I'd be at the airport by 7. You think that's fine?
We're here on
Sorry,
Capitol.
it starts right now.
Outside on
But it's
Constitution
dead, so we have a
Avenue.
place to charge it.
And so I'm just going to turn. Earlier on, I was talking with some of the people that have gathered here, and could you tell me your name, please?
My name is Sorpan Wak. I was actually born in Cambodia, but during the war we escaped to Thailand and we became refugees. And my aunt and my mom told me that when I was younger, Mrs. Carter was at the same refugee camp that I was in, and she actually was there with me too. And
Helping out.
Yeah, back in Thailand during the refugee camp back in 1979. So today I wanted to come here and pay my respect because of them and what they did and help all the refugee camp during that time. I just wanted to come and pay my respect.
I can see you're getting emotional.
Yeah, because I am here because of them, you know?
You're here because of them.
Yes, I really do believe that.
Yeah. And you brought your son?
And I brought my son with me today.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it mean hearing the story? Your mom told that story of what is President Carter and his wife, the contribution, how significant they are to your parents.
I mean, I wouldn't be here without them, honestly, and he's made a lot of contributions to at least the U.S. Department of Energy, all of his philanthropy outside his presidency. He's done a lot, not just as a president, but also as a human being, and I think we just need more people like that are compassionate and always putting other people in front of themselves.
And this is a personal story for your family.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much for sharing that story with us. I know it's cold, and are you in DC or?
I'm actually in Sterling, Virginia.
In Northern Virginia, not too far.
Yeah.
But but this is a lot more important for you to come and pay your last respect. You want to be here. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. And we were talking earlier, and you are from the area as well, and you came here to pay your
Respect, yes, to
to
the family. Yeah.
to the family. Why is that important to you to be to do that today?
Well, I lived in Georgia for 30 years, and President Carter, before he became president of the U.S., he was the governor of Georgia, and I worked, before I retired, I worked with a lot of environmental work, and he led he was a leader in environmental protection before everybody else realized how important it was. And he just was amazing person.
Yeah.
I've had the opportunity to meet him a couple of times, and he's just was an amazing human being.
Yeah. And I see, just like you're getting emotional just talking about him.
Yeah.
So this is not just an historic moment; it's a personal moment for you as well.
Yeah, I think that there's nobody gonna be like him in the future, and they broke the mold when they made him.
They broke the mold when they made him. Wow, that's pretty high standard, especially in the climate that we are in right now.
Absolutely.
We hope that the younger generation, some of the people that are here, that it will inspire them, as well as inspire more civil service. So thank you. We can see, and just like you, like so many people, you've been following the news and following the movement, and we see the position coming down.
Geez, Mom, you think well of him.
the Catholic Knight Presidents of the United States. Arriving at the Capitol Hill, we are in the United States in the Rotunda for public viewing, starting today through Thursday, there's so many stories that we've had about presidency, so many people are gathered here today. It's cold, but it is important for many of them to gather here today to pay their last respects. So a man, as one of the people gathered here said, broke the mold when it was made. His contribution, not just to America, not just to democracy, but in treating everyone with dignity. You know, we hear the story. What a beautiful. Let's see. Family members, relations. Our audience will remember that when we covered former Secretary Madeleine Albright's memorial service at the Washington Cathedral. guys can see that Cascades Osborne. Is not on. Carriage, the Osborne carriage is not on. Into the capital. You can see people have come here. Well, you guys can see that right behind me we are right on Capitol Hill, where the position for President Jimmy Carter just arrived here and on a horse carriage, and they make that turn into the Capitol where the service will take place this evening. A private service with a member of Congress, as well as Vice President Kamala Harris also will be in attendance today to pay his last respect. You can see around me there are people, public that have come here, gathered to pay their last respect as well. And I had an opportunity before the position arrived today to talk to some of the members, some of the public members that were here. It's very cold, as we know, like there was a heavy snow yesterday in Washington D.C., actually in the whole Northeast, so it's still very cold. But regardless of that, many people have traveled from Florida, from New Jersey, from around the country, just to come here today to pay their last respect to the 39th presidents of the U.S. And from what people are saying is the contribution of what he did while he was in office, as well as in the last 40 years, both him and his wife, who passed away last year, November in 2023, on their contribution. I actually had an opportunity to speak with a member here. They're still right here with me, that share a personal story of when the former First Lady Rosalind Carter helped while she was a young girl, while they were at a refugee camp. So today is not just an historic moment for many people that gather here. Is a personal, there's a personal connection. I had an opportunity also to talk to one another observer here today that said she worked with President Jimmy Carter in Georgia when he was working on humanitarian and as well as environment, and in her own word, she described him as very unique, as that he broke the mold when God created him, that there is no one like him, and she doesn't think there will be anyone like him. And this is very, very unique, very, very important, given the political climate that we have, not just in the U.S., around the world right now. So for many people that came in here, it is his contribution is decency, and the way that he treats his neighbor, the way he treated everyone, and it is an example for us to inspire to, for people to inspire to. As we know, there is a 6-day memorial service that the former president is being honored, and starting today after the service, it will be open to the public to pay their respect to him in the rotunda of the Capitol Hill, and it will be available from today through Thursday, when the memorial service will take place. The funeral memorial service will take place at the Washington Cathedral. We will be there as well to cover that event. It's been, the stories that we've had here today, you guys have had some of that story of people, of what this president is, not just his political contribution, but his contribution to decency, to humanity. It's very, very important for everyone that gathered here today in this school. And this wrap up our report here today. And we will be back on the Capitol tomorrow to talk to the public and hear more of this story. Guys, we've reported President Carter's story is not just an American story. His contribution as well to the African continent, where he did a lot of humanitarian work, as well as championed democracy across the continent as well. As we know, the African Union chairperson, as well as other leaders, including the president of Zambia, President Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa. They've all paid their respects and gratitude of what it means to them and the contribution to the African continent. So we will be bringing you more reports tomorrow, but today this wrap up our report here today, and we will see you. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Kemi Oshikoya for the Africa Bazaar magazine. I will see you soon. There's the salute gun. A very, very powerful moment. As you can see, the sun setting as well. I'm right here in front of the Union Station